The year is 1431. The air hangs thick and heavy, a suffocating blanket of heat that even the jungle canopy cannot cool. My name is Chai, a soldier in the army of our great king Baromer Shatharat, the second of Ayutthaya. For 7 months, this has been my world. The humid forests, the chorus of unseen creatures, and the imposing, silent walls of Angkor, the heart of the once mighty Khmer Empire. We came here filled with purpose. For too long, the Khmer have seen us as upstarts, refusing to acknowledge the strength and glory of Ayutthaya. Our king, a man of iron will, declared that this arrogance would end. We marched with pride, our banners snapping in the breeze, convinced of a swift victory. Angkor, we were told, was a jewel ripe for the taking. But jewels have a way of being fiercely guarded. The march itself was an ordeal. The jungle is a relentless enemy. It drains your strength with its heat, saps your spirit with unseen dangers. Men fell to fevers, their bodies racked with chills under the sweltering sun. Strange sicknesses took others, their moans a constant, grim lullaby in our camps at night. Food became scarce. The rice we carried dwindled, and the jungle offered little sustenance to an army our size. Hunger gnawed at us, a dull, constant ache that mirrored the ache in our hearts for home. We were warriors, yet we battled starvation and disease as much as any Khmer soldier. And then we saw it, Angkor. Nothing could have prepared me for the sight. Towers of stone carved with the faces of gods and demons, reaching for the heavens. A city seemed to be a mountain range crafted by giants, a testament to a power that felt ancient and unbreakable. A wave of awe washed over me, quickly followed by a cold knot of fear. How could mere mortals breach such a fortress? The Khmer walls were formidable, their archers skilled. In the first weeks, their arrows rained down on us like a deadly storm, and many of my comrades fell before we even reached the outer moats. Our commanders were wise. A direct assault would be suicide. Instead, we settled in for a siege. Our orders were to strangle the city, to cut off every path, every river, every trail. No food, no water, no reinforcements would reach the people within, so we waited. The days bled into weeks, the weeks into months. We built our own city of bamboo and palm leaves around theirs, a ring of steel and desperation. The initial fear gave way to a grim resolve. We would not be broken. We were the strength of Ayutthaya, and we would prove it. From our siege lines, we watched Angkor slowly starve. At first, the defiance from the walls was loud. Curses and taunts echoed across the no-man's land. But as the months wore on, the sounds changed. The taunts faded, replaced by an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional cry of despair that the wind carried to our ears. We heard whispers from deserters, tales of desperation, of people eating whatever they could find, of the city's spirit crumbling from within. The monotony was its own form of torture. We patrolled, we stood guard, we fought off small, desperate raids from the city. We talked of our families, of the fields we left behind. dreaming of the taste of fresh mangoes and the cool waters of the Chao Phraya River. We were bound by a shared hardship, a brotherhood forged in sweat and mud. My loyalty to my king never wavered, but I often looked at the silent, majestic temples and felt a strange sadness. So much beauty, now a prison of hunger and death. Then came the day the gates faltered. News spread like wildfire through our camp. The Khmer king, Ayutthaya, had fled. He had abandoned his capital, his people, his gods. He escaped downriver, seeking refuge in a place they called Bazin. With their king gone, the heart of the Khmer resistance was ripped out. Their last hope vanished with his royal barge. The city, which had stood defiant for 7 long months, was now a hollow shell. The final push was less a battle and more a grim procession. We poured through the gates, meeting only token resistance. The once proud Khmer warriors were specters, hollow-eyed and weakened by starvation. The city was a ghost of its former self. The great plazas, once bustling with merchants and priests, were empty, littered with the unburied dead. The stench of death was overwhelming, a perfume of victory that smelled sickeningly sweet. Our orders were to sack the city. For years we had paid tribute to Angkor. Now it was our turn to take. We stripped the temples of their gold, their silks, their precious stones. Statues of their gods were pulled down, sacred texts carried away to be studied in Ayutthaya. We were claiming their knowledge, their art, their very identity. Every piece of treasure we loaded onto our elephants was a symbol of our triumph, a declaration that the era of Khmer dominance was over. A new power had risen in the region. Ayutthaya. I walked through the hallowed corridors of Angkor Wat, my sandals echoing in the vast, empty halls. The intricate carvings on the walls told stories of gods and kings, of cosmic battles and divine dramas. I saw the faces of apsaras, celestial dancers, their stone smiles seeming to mock the devastation around them. I felt a profound sense of conflict. There was the pride of a victor, the thrill of having been part of this historic moment that would be sung about for generations. We had humbled the mightiest empire our world had known, but there was also a deep melancholy. I saw the human cost of our victory in the faces of the survivors, in the empty eyes of a child clinging to her mother. We had not just conquered a city. We had broken a civilization. We had extinguished a great light. Standing amidst the ruins, the spoils of war felt heavy. This was the price of ambition, the cost of empire. The world had been remade, and I, a simple soldier from Ayutthaya, had been one of the chisels that carved its new shape. As we finally began our march home, laden with plunder and glory, I looked back one last time at the towers of Angkor, now a monument to a fallen kingdom. And I wondered if one day our own great city would face such a fate. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more stories from history, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one.